Being a victim is one of the things in life that you're going to find doesn't do anything for you. And mainly the biggest issue with adopting a victimhood mindset is it makes sure that you stay in the past, that you don't learn from your past, you don't learn from your experiences, and it also makes sure that you continue blaming the world, the people, the things around you for the issues you have going on now. I have known plenty of people, really great, some of my best, absolute best friends, and sometimes family members have been people who blame the world, who blame the economy, who blame Joe Bob down the street, who blame all these other things in life for their issues, for why they aren't successful, for why they don't have the money they wish they did, or for why they don't spend the time with their family or with their friends, whatever the case may be, that they wish they could. And when you have this mindset of scarcity, of being afraid, of playing yourself as the victim that the world is out against you, it gives you no path to move forward. It gives you no path to continue growing in building your life, because what do you look forward to? What do you think is going to improve? If your circumstances, if the things around you dictate how you live, dictate every part of your life, why would you ever do anything? That's why I see a lot in people who have this victimhood mentality, is that they stop working on themselves. They stop growing. They stop doing the things they know that they should to improve their lives. They actually continually self-sabotage themselves and make their lives even worse because of this victimhood mentality, because they blame everything else. That means the responsibility isn't on them. And when the responsibility for the results you see in your life isn't determined by yourself and your actions, that means you have no control. That means the things that you do don't matter. They don't mean anything, and they can't affect any part of your life. And from that continuing mindset, people who adopt this victimhood mentality continue, because they believe that to be true, they continue not doing anything, or they continue doing less, or they don't care as much. And it affects not just their lives, but it affects the lives of the people around them, which then affects the community, which then affects eventually the world as a whole, which is why I'm so against and think that people need to really think about why they are seeing the results, or the bad things happen, or the good things happen in their lives. You really need to make sure you sit back and think about, is this an issue? Is this a problem? Is this something that I could have helped or changed, or could I just think differently about it? Or what could I do to make this better, or to ease this pain, or to get rid of this issue? Because from my experience and from everything I've learned, researched, people I've mentored, people I've been mentored by, I've learned that taking responsibility and getting rid of the victim mentality and the narrative from your brain, so that you are taking responsibility, so that you are realizing that the majority, not everything, but the majority of the results that you are seeing, whether they're positive or negative, but the majority of these results that you are seeing are created and or affected by the actions you're taking. The more that you can do that, the more that you can take responsibility, the larger amounts of responsibility you can take, the more you are able to dictate and control more results that you are seeing. I have been able to do this in my own life. Being able to live my own, I'm only 22 years old. I lived on my own for the past almost 4 years now. I live in a 2-story, 4-bedroom, very nice house on my own. I pay for all my own bills. I paid for all my own everything for the past 3 years. And very few people my age can say they can do that or have done that. I just got a new Jeep Grand Cherokee. I have traveled all over the world. I've spoken all over the world. I've self-published a book. And I'm saying these things, among other things that I've done, not to brag, but to show you that when you take responsibility for your life and work on improving different parts of your life and remove the victimhood narrative from your mind, you're able to accomplish things. Because when I was younger, I had a little bit of this. I felt bad for myself. I wish people treated me better. I XYZ, and I always was frustrated with what people thought and how or why they treated me certain ways. And I blamed other people for my sadness or for my frustration. I blamed the world for my issues. And when I stopped doing that, and when I started going, you know what, No matter what happens, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to put my best foot forward to make sure I am making decisions and that I am taking action that will improve and make my life better. Once I started doing that, my life completely changed for the better, and I was and still am amazed at the things you can accomplish in such a short period of time. Right now, I'm working on writing 2 more books. Right now, I'm working on moving into an even better and larger and nicer house. And I'm continuing to take actions and to try to learn and try to adapt and change so I can become better. Now, when I was younger, if I would have adopted and kept a victimhood narrative in my mind, if I would have been sad all the time and always been depressed and always thought about all the bad things that had happened in my life, or how my family was living in extreme poverty, or how all of my friends, this is true, all of my friends in my early to teenage, even adult years so far, have left. They all disappear. They all stopped with being friends with me, and other people and other things and other parts of life that have been bad and that someone could be a victim for have happened to me just like they happen to everyone else out there. My life could be completely different right now if I would have just sat, sulked, and let my mind roll with those things over and over and over again. If I would have just blamed the world and not started taking action, gotten rid of the mentality, and started actually doing things that will produce better results in my life, I would not be in this house. I would not be as happy as I am in life. I would not be as confident as I am. I would not have the things that I do. I would have not traveled the world. I would have not written a book. I would not have a new Jeep right now. I would not have a lot of the friends and family and people in my life that I care about so much. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you do have a victimhood mentality, or you blame a lot of the things that happen to you in your health, in your relationships, or in your business, or in your finances, on other people, or on the things around you, or on certain circumstances, or on anything that isn't yourself, I ask that you take a second to think about what is the real foundational cause of the problems or the issues that I am facing. Is it something that I am doing? Is there something that you could be doing to improve the situation, make it just a little bit better? And then from there, make it even maybe just a little bit better. What could you be doing to stop seeing such frustration and start seeing just a little bit more happiness and a little bit more progress in different areas of your life? And if you don't live in a kind of victimhood mentality and you don't blame others and don't blame the environment or issues, that's great. And you still should continue striving and trying to move forward and see different kinds of results and continue experimenting, being creative, and doing different things to improve and better your life and to keep the victimhood, the victim mentality out of your mind, away from it. Because when you just sit and sulk and feel bad for yourself and aren't working on ways to progress and improve your life, you go down, you go backwards, and only you can save yourself. Have a great day, and I will talk to you in another video very soon.